Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to Ireland, to the village of Doolin, and we're going to be using the Love Ireland newsletter as our source material. It's full of great stuff about Irish culture and travel and all kinds of little interesting tidbits. Ever heard of Doolin?
Doolin. Oh, yeah.
Get ready to add it to your travel bucket list.
It's a very special place. It's known as the heart of traditional Irish music.
Fact.
But it's more than just music. It's about a culture.
Yeah.
It's about a heritage.
Yeah, so it's known for music. What does that mean? The newsletter mentions year-round pub sessions. What is that, like an open mic night? Or?
Well, we'll think of it as like a spontaneous gathering of musicians just playing traditional Irish tunes in a pub.
Wow.
It's not about performance. It's
Yeah.
about the shared passion. It's about the connection. And these sessions happen all year round in Doolin. And of course, you have the Doolin Folk Festival, which really brings the village alive.
Oh, wow. It sounds magical.
Uh,
This newsletter also shares a story from one of their readers, Dennis Hannon, and he actually got to walk on his ancestors' property during a tour.
Wow, what a powerful story. And it really speaks to the emotional connection that people have with Ireland, especially those with Irish ancestry. It's more than just sightseeing. It's about rediscovering roots. It's about belonging.
Yeah, it really is. It makes me think about places like the Cliffs of Moher. The newsletter highlights this tour, Cork to Cliffs of Moher. Imagine standing on top of those cliffs with the wind in your hair and the ocean in front of you.
Yeah, it's raw beauty and the power of nature, which is a defining characteristic of the Irish landscape.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Now, speaking of the Cliffs of Moher, here's a little trivia question for you. Do you know which Irish county they're in? Think about it. We'll come back to that later. But shifting gears here a little bit, I saw this article about a potential Guinness shortage before Christmas.
Oh, no.
Can you believe that? Demand is through the roof.
Well, it's the holiday season, but there's also been this huge surge in tourism post-pandemic, and supply chain issues are still a problem. And then on top of all of that, there's that NFL game happening in Dublin, which is mentioned in the newsletter, so I'm sure that's contributing.
That's right. Yeah, it's funny to think that we're getting our football news and beer shortage news from the Love Ireland newsletter. But speaking of the newsletter, they offer a free subscription, which is pretty cool. But they also nudge readers towards a premium subscription.
Right. It's a smart strategy. Offer valuable free content to build an audience and then have a premium tier for those who want more. It's like a freemium model, but for Irish exploration.
That's a good way to put it. And they make the premium subscription very tempting. They even compare the cost to that of a pint at Temple Bar.
Right. To make it seem like a small price to pay.
For a wealth of knowledge about Ireland, it makes you think.
It does. If you're at all interested in Ireland.
Especially if you have that bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're really bitten by it, the premium subscription unlocks all this extra stuff, like in-depth regional features, travel itineraries, and exclusive content that really goes beyond the typical tourist experience.
Now let's go back to that trivia question. Have you figured out which county the Cliffs of Moher are in?
I'm sure our listeners are thinking hard.
Let's keep them in suspense. We'll reveal the answer and a lot more in part 2 of this deep dive, so stay with us.
Okay, so are you ready to find out if you got the trivia right? The Cliffs of Moher are in County Clare.
County Clare.
Wow.
Got it right. And, the Love Ireland newsletter, they don't just stick to the big tourist destinations. They highlight some of the hidden gems, too, like
Yeah.
County Westmeath.
Ah.
They describe it as having a rich tapestry of history and natural beauty and vibrant culture. It's a good reminder that there are so many places to discover in Ireland.
Definitely.
County Westmeath. I'm writing that down.
Mm.
That makes me think about the newsletter's premium subscription. Imagine getting these in-depth regional guides,
Yeah.
unearthing all those hidden gems, experiencing Ireland like a local.
Yeah, it'd be like having a personal guide,
Right.
leading you off the beaten track.
Exactly. And, they even have a section called Experiences Likely to Sell Out in 2025.
Wow.
Talking about planning ahead.
Yeah, you really have to. If you're serious about a trip to Ireland, you need to plan ahead. Those popular tours and experiences, they book up really fast.
I'm already feeling the pull to go to Ireland, like
Yeah.
walking in the footsteps of my ancestors and, feeling the warmth of a cozy pub, a pint of Guinness in my hand, listening to some music.
It's more than just a vacation. It's connecting with something deeper.
It really is. And, the newsletter encourages readers to invite their friends to subscribe, too, become
Yeah.
part of this community.
Right. It's a smart way to grow their readership, but it also fosters that sense of connection.
Yeah, and that's at the heart of what makes Ireland so special. Speaking of shared experiences, we can't forget about that Guinness shortage.
Oh, right.
It's even making headlines now. Pubs are worried about running dry.
I can imagine a Christmas in Ireland without Guinness.
I know. That's unthinkable.
Yeah.
But maybe this news will encourage people to savor every sip, appreciate the craftsmanship and the tradition behind each pint.
Yeah, maybe it's a good reminder to slow down and enjoy those simple pleasures.
I like that perspective. Amidst all the news and events, the Love Ireland newsletter offers a little moment of escape. It reminds you that there's still beauty and wonder in the world.
And their From Social Media segment lets you see how other people are experiencing Ireland.
Yeah. What caught your eye in that section?
Well, there's a really captivating post about the Giant's Causeway.
Oh, wow.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's in Northern Ireland, and it's known for its unique geological formations.
A place that definitely sparks curiosity.
Yeah.
And speaking of sparking curiosity, there's a mention of the Love Ireland YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, of course. For those who want to see Ireland come to life, beautiful landscapes, cultural events, even cooking demonstrations.
Oh, I love cooking shows.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, this edition features the king of breakfasts, the Ulster fry.
It's a must-try if you ever visit Ireland.
It sounds like a breakfast of champions,
Yeah.
exploring all these different facets of Irish culture, the music, the scenery, the food, the people. It really paints a vivid picture.
It does, and it makes you feel that connection, that shared heritage that makes Ireland so captivating.
And for those who want even more, the Love Ireland newsletter offers that gateway to a deeper exploration.
Right.
Their free subscription is a great start. But if you really want to delve into the heart of Ireland, that premium subscription is calling your name, think of it as an investment in an unforgettable journey, even if it's just from your own home.
It's like they say, your heart will always be where your roots are, and for many, those roots go back to Ireland.
As we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what's standing out to you the most from everything we've uncovered?
What strikes me is that balance between tradition and modernity. Doolin, with its traditional music, really embodies that. And the Love Ireland newsletter, with its digital storytelling, it mirrors that sentiment.
Yeah, it's about honoring the past while embracing the present.
Yeah.
It's a universal theme.
It reminds us that the things that connect us, our culture, our heritage, our shared experiences, they're timeless and boundless.
We've covered a lot, but there's still more to unearth in the Love Ireland newsletter. Stay tuned for part 3. We'll explore some heartwarming stories, delve into Irish sports, and leave you with some final thoughts to ponder. Welcome back to our deep dive into all things Irish. We've talked about Doolin, uncovered some travel tips, and even tackled some trivia. And it's all thanks to this Love Ireland newsletter.
It's really a great newsletter.
It really is. It captures the essence of Ireland. It's not just about facts and figures.
Yeah.
It's about the feeling, the spirit of the place.
It's true. It's those intangible things that make Ireland so special. The people, the sense of community, the stories that get passed down.
Speaking of stories, this edition features a really heartwarming one
Oh, yeah.
in the Craig section.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's a simple story, but it really emphasizes the human connection that's at the heart of the Irish experience.
And it reminds us that love makes the world go round.
Yeah, it does. And that love for Ireland that you see throughout the newsletter, it's contagious.
It is. It makes you feel like you're part of something.
Even if you haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
They also talk about the upcoming NFL game in Dublin.
Oh, right. The New York Jets
Making history.
playing a game across the pond.
Imagine the atmosphere, American football in Dublin, bringing together fans from all over. It's pretty cool.
It really is. It shows how Ireland embraces the new while still keeping its traditions.
Yeah, it's that harmony between the old and the new, something that the Love Ireland newsletter does really well.
For sure.
As we wrap up our deep dive into this edition, I'm feeling inspired. It's like we took a virtual trip to Ireland, experienced its beauty, its culture, its people.
And it reminds us that adventure is out there waiting for us.
It is. And for our listeners who are feeling that wanderlust, remember to check out the show notes for links to the Love Ireland newsletter. Sign up for their free subscription or take the plunge and get the premium content for a truly immersive experience.
It's a great way to stay connected to Ireland, even if you can't physically be there. And who knows, maybe this deep dive has inspired you to add Ireland to your travel bucket list.
I hope so. But even if you're not planning a trip anytime soon, there's something really special about experiencing a place through stories, insights, and shared perspectives.
Absolutely. And that's what we try to do here on the deep dive.
Transport you to different worlds. Expand your horizons.
One fascinating topic at a time.
So until our next deep dive, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep that sense of curiosity alive. And if you find yourself daydreaming about those rolling green hills and cozy pubs and the music, well, you might just have Ireland's calling your name.